Bravo. What a delightful display of magic. My court and I are always ecstatic when you come to town, Mage. As Queen, I give you my thanks for entertaining us. As much as I would love a repeat performance, I fear my court has other things that must be attended to. However, there is one matter I would like to discuss with you. With your magical expertise, I thought, perhaps, you could advise me on the kingdom's recent lightning mite infestation. In the interest of not holding up the court any longer, I will discuss it with you on the way out, while they proceed with matters here. So, these lightning mites have started breeding uncontrollably.
Ready to serve, my queen.
Do you know anything of their mating habits? I wondered if... Are we being watched? Oh, good. Come, let us away to my chambers. I made certain the guards aren't patrolling heavily along the way. There. Come here. Oh, It's been so long since you came through. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were avoiding me. It's only a jest, my love. I know you're mad for me. Who could blame you? I may be a bit older than you, but I am royalty. How could a darling mage such as yourself resist an eligible queen? Ah, so cheeky. All right. I suppose that's enough fooling about. We'd better... Oh, that's just not fair. I'd love to just enjoy your company, my darling, but the Lawmaster is starting to get suspicious, I fear. No, don't worry. Without solid evidence, there's nothing she could do. And we are not about to be outsmarted by that ancient fossil anytime soon. One becomes a Lawmaster by being obsessed with how things were, not by being clever. I'm afraid we'll have to wait a while longer before we can be together. In public, at any rate. Oh, I know. Every day we're apart just burns me up as well. But if the Lawmaster declares me illegitimate, there would be a coup. Lawmaster is only a ceremonial role, but people trust her to maintain tradition. And a relationship with a commoner, even one as wonderful as you, well, that would definitely be against tradition. Thank heavens I'm not already married, or things between us would be simply impossible to fix. There are still times I entertain the idea of just banishing her. But of course it's not really about the Lawmaster, is it? It's those insurgents who want to dethrone me. The Lawmaster is just easy to bribe. If we get rid of her, they might actually replace her with somebody competent. And that's the part that's giving me trouble. I didn't think they'd be nearly as hard to find as they are, given how easily I found out they were working with the Lawmaster. I suppose, in the end, that was due to her blundering, not the insurgents. But don't worry, my love. I will root them out. For you. For us. Once that's done, I'll be able to make our love public. Not that half the royal court doesn't already suspect us. But they can gossip all they like. It makes no difference. For now, we must maintain secrecy. It is a little amusing, don't you agree? Sneaking around behind everyone's backs. A love that's only ours. Don't you think so? What's the matter? You seem so somber. What do you mean? Can't visit me anymore? Why would you say such a thing? Ah, yes, that's right. I heard they were closing the borders. What about the other route? Bandits? Does my kingdom alone patrol its roads appropriately? Well, still, why would that prevent us from seeing each other? It just means you can't travel. I see. Of course. You can't be a traveling mage if you can't travel, can you? And if you get a different job, you lose your excuse to visit the castle. Well, that's not a problem. Not at all. In fact, it may be an opportunity. After all, you are beloved by me and my court. If you couldn't travel for your work anymore, why, it would only be natural to come to your aid. Oh, I was thinking about doing it anyway. I could make you my court magician. Think of it. You could live here, with me. Just consider it. Perform for me every so often, and I'll be able to pamper you as you deserve. No more living in a wagon. Silk sheets and down-filled pillows from now on, every single night. Why, I might even get you some of your own, though I doubt you'll get much use out of them. Oh, look at you blush, my love. I can't wait to see more of that flustered face. Don't worry. As I said, it's normal. To be expected. I mean, you are a bit young for a court magician, but everyone knows you already, so it won't seem strange. We haven't had one in a long time. Not since that incident with the toads. I feel like you should be more excited, love. Don't you want to spend more time with me? Risk? Oh, you wonderful worrywart, you. We'll be fine. I already told you. Don't let paranoia keep you from being happy. Shh, no. Push away those thoughts. Listen. First of all, it may not actually be the end of the world if the Lawmaster found out. Well, there is a certain someone who owes me. I could call in a favor. They could cover up the whole thing. But, well, it would be a rather sizable favor. And I'd much rather save it for something else. So, it's not as though you could ever be responsible for my loss of the throne. I can take care of it, if need be. But you know, my darling, I would give it all up for you, if I needed to. You mean everything to me. Do you remember when we met? I had just rejected my final marriage candidate. For years I was presented with vain, selfish, awful people. Those only considered eligible for me because they had royal blood. And on that day, the last possible option came before me. And I said no. They disgusted me, as had all the others. Oh, everyone was in such a panic, urging me, begging me to reconsider so I could have an heir. I sent them all away and called for anyone who could distract me from such frustration. I was told there was a young traveling mage in town. I agreed without thought. I didn't really care at the time. I am ashamed to say I don't remember much of your performance then. I brooded the entire time. You may recall I even retired early, just to pace around the castle. But after you finished, you came and checked on me. At first I thought you were just worried you had offended me somehow, but there was real concern for me in your voice. You were worried about me as a person, as a woman, not as a queen. Never in my life had someone treated me that way. I couldn't bring myself to tell you what was on my mind, despite your thoughtfulness. So, you wished me well, conjured a rose for me. As far as I was concerned, that sealed the deal. After that, well, I'm sure I don't need to remind you of that night. Do I? You're special to me. You treat me as no one else ever has. And for that reason, I want to treat you as no one ever has. You deserve a life of luxury and ease. And I am in a position to give it to you. I'll stop at nothing to give you the happiness you deserve. Just as you've made me happy. You're worth the risk, my darling. I know those shuffling footsteps. Quickly, here, in the closet.
Your Highness, there you are. Why are you in your chambers? I thought you would be back in the throne room by now.
Lawmaster. My apologies for not returning. I was feeling rather faint.
I see. And what happened to the mage? Did they leave?
Yes, the mage left. Actually, there is something I wanted to discuss with the court about them. But that can wait until I'm feeling better.
As you wish. But I must warn you, Your Highness. I fear that some people think you're growing too attached to that commoner. Truthfully, I am one of them.
Your concern is noted, Lawmaster. But the mage is perfectly trustworthy. And I am well within my rights to enjoy their performances as I see fit. Now, leave me.
As you command.
All right. My darling, please, come out now. Oh, my love. You'd best leave. But you will be back soon. I'll send a servant to meet you at the Sleeping Ogre Inn. They'll provide you with a room there until I can arrange for you to move into the castle where you belong with me. But before you go, just one last kiss. The bittersweetest of all, a farewell kiss. Until next we meet, my darling. It's been so long, my love. How have you been? Staying safe on your travels? Oh, don't be like that with me. I know. You're a very talented mage. But I can't help but worry about you. Powerful though you may be, you could still be taken by surprise. I wish you'd let me assign a guard to accompany you on your excursions. I suppose, yes, it is good that you're cautious about raising suspicion. But I really think you ought to take advantage of our relationship. At least a little. I mean, you won't accept royal protection. You don't stay in the palace. And you keep asking me not to give you gifts. How am I supposed to spoil you if you won't indulge yourself even a little? Well, of course I need to spoil you. A charming, talented thing like you. You could have anyone you wanted, but you chose me. Certainly I may be royalty, but we have to sneak around all the time. Not to mention the, age gap. Oh, very well. Slight age gap. You'll forgive me for feeling the old maid. Some other queens would be married 3 times over by now. I am happy that part doesn't bother you. But you are still risking your life just to be with me. What sort of lover would I be if I didn't shower you with gifts for being so brave and thoughtful, loving? You know just what to say, sweet thing. But such flattery serves to prove my point, my love. You may say you need only me, but it is my obligation to make certain you receive what you deserve, not merely what you need. You are adorable. You needn't be so modest. Not with me. You should feel at ease with me, don't you think? Yes, of course, the sneaking around does make that difficult. Worrying about our secret romance being exposed to the public. It can be exhausting. But that's what this little surprise of mine is all about. We are almost there. You must be dying to know why I've brought you to the countryside. And thank you for indulging me so. There, it's in sight. Take a look, dearest. Can you see it? I purchased a secret retreat for the 2 of us, so we may meet more discreetly, without having to get past guards all the time. Oh, well, of course we will need some guards. A queen can't leave the palace without protection. But I selected a small group, only those I can trust, to keep this entirely confidential. Good thinking. But there's no need to worry about that. I've kept it a secret from the Lawmaster, and most others. But it won't be a problem if this place is discovered. I have the ideal cover. According to the records, this retreat is a safe house, a place to flee to during difficult times. If any learns of its existence, they will be bound by law not to divulge anything about it. My guards will see to that. As for why I would visit it frequently, we'll say I'm spending time here to throw off would-be assassins. Unpredictability is quite tactical, don't you think? Not always being in the palace. The other usual royal haunts. Admittedly, I don't know if that would actually be very effective or not, but it is believable that I might try it. As for you, and the way you factor in, is quite simple. You're here to check for curses, unravel spells, weave illusions to protect the queen. It's not terribly common for assassins to use magic, since such studies take so much time. Time that could be better spent on more practical training. But it isn't unheard of. It would not be unusual to claim you as an extra layer of security. And of course, all of this is just to be extraordinarily careful. I don't intend for anyone to discover we're even here. That's why I've dressed so differently. Why we're using such a simple carriage. Most believe me to be in a decoy carriage, off to oversee some ceremony somewhere else. This will be so much better. We'll have a whole mansion to ourselves. We may finally enjoy each other's company, with no need to look over our shoulders. Although, I do regret this is even necessary. The harder we try to uncover the dissidents who want me dethroned, the further they bury themselves. If not for them, I could simply declare the tradition of royalty-only marriage outdated. And you and I could wed immediately. But it's been taking so much longer than I expected. I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever be able to make this us public. All right. Keeping it a secret is fun. But keeping to the shadows is tiring too. Oh, here we are. Oh, isn't it wonderful? It's no castle, of course, but it's more than comfortable enough for royalty. And anyone who may someday become royalty. And the best part isn't even the mansion itself. It's how far away it is from anyone else. There's no one to see us. No one but the guards. Why, I can even do this. Oh. We've never kissed outside before. I can kiss you here in the sunlight. I can kiss you at the front door. I can kiss you in the main hall. Oh, in fact, I can kiss you anywhere now. Absolutely anywhere. And I intend to. Oh, so charming. I didn't know you could blush so fiercely. I'd best not share my plans for later, or you may faint, poor thing. Curious, are we? Well, it must stay a secret. For now. Here, let's get something to eat. It's been a long journey. Yes. Naturally, we have staff here. They have been similarly vetted for their discretion. And by the smell, I'd say they've been busy. Dinner must be ready. Oh, of course. I can see why you may be nervous. After all, we've gone from having no one know about us to an entire group of guards and servants privy to our little secret. Well, you see, I found a clever way around that problem. I carefully planted rumors all over the kingdom that I'm romantically involved with various people, courtiers and such. It stung a bit, if I'm honest, but it was necessary for our safety. If anyone hears a servant gossip that they've seen the Queen kissing the Mage, they'll think it's one more of those baseless rumors. Unless someone the Lawmaster finds trustworthy says anything, we are safe from scrutiny. Oh no. No. Don't worry about that, dearest. People gossip about royalty all the time. It isn't a serious issue, really. There are more important things to worry about. Like how we're going to spend our time. There are stables out back. Have you ever been horse riding before? No need to worry. Completely understandable. Many find the idea intimidating. There are plenty of other things to do together. And you can always change your mind later. We have 4 whole days after all. And there I go, ruining the next part of the surprise. I was planning to reveal it over dinner. Well, I suppose now you know why I asked you not to make any plans. I suppose you might have guessed already. You are quite clever, my love. But, yes, I was hoping that we might spend a few days here, together. I won't force the issue, of course, but we've never had an opportunity like this before. We've always had to steal the moments where we could. To spend a whole day with you, much less more. And the nights as well. Oh, nothing could make me happier. Oh, yes! I beg your pardon. My apologies. I'm just so very happy you agreed. I love you so much. And I know you love me. But you so often err on the side of caution. I admit I worried you would insist on leaving early. Don't misunderstand. I know it's because you love me. You want to keep me safe. But if we're too safe, we won't even be able to enjoy each other's company. That's why I'm so thrilled. I'll finally have you all to myself for a while. Oh, you're giving me so many darling reactions today, my love. Do you like it when I call you mine? Because you really are, you know. As far as I'm concerned, you belong to me. Mind, body, and soul. And all it cost was to give all of myself to you in return. Quite a bargain, if you ask me. Well, so long as you think I'm equal in worth, that's all that matters. You've always been so sweet like that. And I know that when you say that, you're not even considering my status as royalty. You've always seen past the crown. You love me. For me. And that's something no one else has ever been able to offer. Now, come along, my darling. I can't stand another second of smelling that delicious meal. Let's eat. And then... then we can figure out something else to do, my love. Love, wake up. Wake up. Shh, no. Stay quiet. It seems there's someone outside. Someone I don't recognize. It's all right. The guards are dealing with it. But I need you awake and alert. If it comes to it for any reason, you must sneak away. I'd rather it not come to that, of course. I chose this place for us because of its isolation. But the downside is, if there's anyone else out there, it will be difficult for you to get away without being seen. Better than the two of us being caught in bed together, though. Oh, it shouldn't have to be this way. I'm the queen. To think that I must sneak around this way just because of a few dissidents. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. What's worse is you being caught up in it all. There are times I wonder if it would be better for me to send you away. Just so you don't have to... Shh, no, of course. I would never really do that. I couldn't stand to. I hate the thought that you've been robbed of normality. Because of all this. Because of me. It's not fair. For either of us. To be completely honest, at this point I'd almost consider surrendering the crown. If I thought the scoundrels trying to oust me would be any good for the kingdom. But they only want power. They have no interest in protecting the people. But then who am I to talk about protecting the people? I've put everything at risk because of my personal feelings. Oh, my love. I didn't mean to imply that I regret being with you. I don't. I would never think that. It's all so much more complex than it ought to be. Come closer, my love. I want to hold you, and to be held by you. Oh, no. No, it's all right. Everything will be all right. That is a coded knock. It means the guards are executing a, contingency plan. I don't know exactly why they found it necessary, but I've employed body doubles for us. Similar enough to be mistaken as us, from a distance, but very different from up close. The idea is, if anyone important ever shows here, claiming to have seen us, the doubles will speak with them, make them think they mistook the doubles for us. Of course, that means someone traced us here. I expected such a thing eventually, but not so soon. Shh, no, it's all right. I've been very careful about all of this. They may try to demand entry, but there's nothing they can actually do. They wouldn't dare claim that I have a secret lover. If they couldn't prove it immediately, they'd be discredited. It would be social suicide. No one would believe them from that point on. What is it, love? A stranger. What do you mean he took interest in you? When did this happen? Oh, my love. If a stranger questions you after getting out of the carriage coming from the safe house, then that is a serious matter. You should have mentioned this to me the moment you saw me. Oh. Well, I suppose that is fair. When you arrived yesterday, I did immediately sweep you off your feet. Started kissing you all over. You couldn't get a word in. And then, well, we were both quite distracted for the rest of the day, shall we say. I suppose I didn't give you much of a chance for such talk. To tell you the truth, I was more prepared for eyes on me than you. They must have found this place by following the carriage back after you got out. I must construct an excuse for why you were here. Claim the carriage driver simply saw you on the road. Gave you a ride. Oh. So that's what you told them. My clever Mage. Well, after this they'll have no choice but to accept that answer. But we must be more careful about your departures from now on. Perhaps we'll have you switch carriages partway through the journey. Of course, we will have to vary when and where you switch. Do you hear that? Yes, exactly. The talking outside stopped. Perhaps I'll just take a careful peek. The interloper is gone. It seems they were successfully rebutted. It makes me wonder of the dissidents' plan. I haven't been able to figure out how much they know. They must have some idea I sneak around with someone. But it's hard to say if it's a certainty, or if they're just pursuing a hunch. Oh, I wish we could just be rid of them. My spies have had little success rooting them out. I have concern there may be a mole. But if my spy network were compromised, I would expect they would have already outed us. There must be some other reason they're so difficult to find. Oh, but listen to me worrying. All that this incident proves is we must cherish our time together even more. I love you so. You do mean the world to me, my love. The world. It's funny, isn't it? How many say they wish their lover treated them as royalty. But what I love about you make me feel like just a woman. When I'm with you, I don't feel so separated. Being queen is isolating. I'm treated as though I'm above everything. As though I'm a completely different kind of being, without the flaws and cravings of any ordinary human. I appreciate the respect, but it's so much pressure to be an authority, to be cold, icy, remote, untouchable. But you, with you, I can just be human. I can laugh and cry and love. What's wrong, darling? You're very quiet. Oh, don't worry over that. It isn't your fault you were suspected. It was bound to happen eventually. I was more than prepared. If anything, I'm proud of how quick-thinking you are. To have denied any connection to the carriage's destination. Some would have said the carriage came from somewhere else, which wouldn't have helped if it were followed. You did well. So very well. You needn't feel so much pressure to keep our secret, my love. We do want to keep it a secret, of course. But that responsibility should fall mostly on me. I am the one with all the resources to keep us hidden, after all. What? A new spell? Of course, my love, I'd be delighted to see it. It would take my mind off things. My love, you look entirely different. Is that an illusion? A glamour? Oh, I've seen you cast illusions before, but they've never looked so lifelike. Why, darling, this is perfect. Don't you see? If you can do this, it will be impossible for us to be caught, or nearly. Why didn't you mention this power before? Oh, you adorable silly thing. You need put such thoughts out of your mind. There isn't a single aspect of you that isn't good enough. Your magic is fit for my royal court, and you are fit for me. My darling, you are abundantly gifted, and you do yourself a disservice by denying it. This will change many of my plans. We should still try to avoid needing this spell. You have mentioned some of the weaknesses magic may have. But overall, we needn't be quite so cautious now. Why, we could actually go out in public together. In the palace, you might disguise yourself as a lady's maid. On the streets, we might become peasants. Hold hands where everyone can see. Oh, I would just love to go dancing with you, my love. There is the ballroom here, of course. But it's so much better when there are other people around. But let us worry about planning future romantic excursions another time. It's still early, and now that the danger has passed, I'd rather just curl in bed with you. Just think. Someday we won't need a spell to be in public. I can see you now, sitting next to me in the throne room, riding with me on my litter. When the time comes, I want everyone to know you're mine. I want them to see you as I do, not just as a traveling entertainer, even such a talented one. Perhaps it's good that we've had this time to meet in secret. I've always been accustomed to getting everything I want. And even though I do have you, I haven't been able to have you in the way I want, in a way where everyone can see. It's taught me so much that even when I don't have my every wish fulfilled, I can still be so perfectly happy. And truly, it is a bit exciting, sneaking around. I could do without the high stakes, but otherwise, it's almost a game. A game of just us two, with our love as the prize. And what a prize you are. I love you. I love you ever so much, my darling. Now, come here. And let me show you how much.